What happened to Wolf?
Oh, we're live. We're live. Oh, there's one. Hey guys, it's Drew from How Was It Movies, and thank you for joining us for the first ever How Was It podcast. Joining me today, we got Ryan Hurley. Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm one of the contributors on HWImovies.com. I'm big into movies and sports, so I'm ready to get going here. Let's go.
Also joining us, we got Nick Buseski. Nick, how's it going?
Good, man. I'm Nick. I'm the guy who writes your sports articles sometimes. We're really lucky to have you guys watching our podcast hangout. I hope you guys enjoy us and kind of hang out with us.
And also, we got joining us in a Hawaiian shirt, Sam Wulfkuhle. Sam, how's it going?
Doing well. My name's Sam. I'm a fan of all 126 major sports teams, really which everyone's doing the best at the time. So yeah, just here to have some fun.
Always classy.
Okay.
Always
So
classy.
since this is the first one, I'll give a little background on what we're going to do. For the first half of the show, we're going to talk about movies pretty much, and then the second half, we're going to move into sports. I think the sports is probably going to dominate today because there's more going on in the sports world this week than in the movie world. But first, let's jump into it with movies. Hurley, you just went and saw Swiss Army Man, so tell us how that was.
Yeah, so that one's pretty cool. If you have seen the trailer, it's basically like when I first heard about it, it was just I basically just knew it as like the farting corpse movie, and but it's a lot more than that. And if you watch the trailer, it's like kind of crazy and zany, but it's like a good, almost like buddy road trip thing. It's impossible to describe. It's directed by the same guys that did the Turn Down for What video, so it's pretty crazy, but it's awesome. It's awesome. I don't know. Have any of you guys seen that music video, the Turn Down for What one?
I'm sure
I have no clue what you're talking about, but I probably have.
It's okay. It's nuts, but I highly recommend the movie. It's really, really weird. Like super weird. You got to watch the trailer. If you like the trailer, though, I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Is it one of those movies though where like they rely on the gimmick of it being a farting course to get people in the theaters, and does it pay off because of that?
I mean, like early on, okay. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of farting corpse jokes in this movie, like a lot. But once you get into the movie, it's way more than that. It's almost like they develop a friendship, and that's like kind of what carries the movie. It's all about like, it's weird to say that like this lonely man and like a dead body become friends, but that is what it is, and like it's kind of that type of comedy. I highly recommend it. It's more than just a bunch of fart jokes. I promise.
Is he actually dead?
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually dead. Like legit dead.
Wow.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. It's spoiled in the trailer, man.
Yeah, the first thing I saw in the trailer was Daniel Radcliffe's pale ass body.
You see Daniel Radcliffe's pale ass, like period. You see.
That's a selling point right there, man.
And then Paul Dano riding him like a jet ski, and Daniel Radcliffe's farting, and they're going across the ocean. Like that's like the beginning of the movie, and it gets crazier from
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
really interesting.
Wolf, me and you, we went and saw the BFG. So tell them what you thought of the BFG when we went and saw it.
It was kind of boring, to be honest with you, but it was kind of one of those movies where, if I knew the story, I knew it wasn't very long, I knew it was designed for little kids, but Spielberg made it look like really good. I mean, it got kind of boring at times, and some of the scenes were long. Like, there's a scene where they're catching dreams, and I thought it was never gonna end. But overall, I thought it was a really good movie, and I did honestly enjoy it. And it wasn't too long. It was like 2 hours, and everyone in here on this Google Hangout can tell you I don't do well with movies that are more than 2.5 hours.
You don't do well with kids' movies either. Tomorrowland, Do you remember that with Tomorrow?
Tomorrowland wasn't a good movie. I don't know what you're trying to say. It wasn't good. It was terrible. It was honestly awful. George Clooney wasn't even trying. Anyway, BFG was like, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'd see it again.
Yeah.
I'd definitely buy it on Blu-ray if I got the chance, but I would definitely see it again. I enjoyed it. I thought it looked good. And I thought the little kid, the girl, I don't know her name, but I thought she did a really good job. I mean, that whole movie is probably her with a green screen. So I thought that was impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was looking at her IMDb page, and all she did was like one TV show before this, so this was like her first like big movie, and she did a good job. She was like the kid from The Jungle Book, pretty much, where she just had nothing to act on the whole time, and I was pretty impressed by it.
I don't know how like a little kid can do that. Like I never could figure out how a little kid could act in a horror movie. Like I'd be terrified, but I think it'd be even harder to be in like a movie with just a bunch of green screen.
So would you guys like recommend seeing this one this weekend? Because I know it like just totally bombed at the box office. Like, you think people are?
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. I think it made like it cost 120 million to make, and it ended up making like 32 something million. And it's a good fun family movie. Like if you want to go see it with your with your family, it's a good like 2-hour movie that it's not gonna feel like a waste of time. But I wish it would have done better compared to the other movies that came out this week.
Like Tarzan.
So Hurley, yeah, speaking of
Like
Tarzan, you also went and saw Legend of Tarzan. So go into that for a little bit.
So okay, this movie is directed by David Yates, who did 4 of the Harry Potter movies, and this is definitely not a Harry Potter movie. Like, it's just so lifeless. Like the only person who seems like they care in this entire movie is Samuel L. Jackson, and he has no reason to be in the movie at all. Like
he wasn't even in any of the trailers. Like I barely even knew he was in the movie.
And like he might even have more screen time than Jane, but there's just no way in a trailer to explain why he is on this adventure because they don't explain it in the movie why he's on this adventure. It is so pointless, but he's the only one that cares. It was just like it's not offensively bad. You'll just go and you'll be like, I forgot about it already. As soon as you step out of the theater, I was really disappointed with it. And my review is on hwimovies.com. So if you want to read,
make sure to check out Hurley's reviews on HWI Movies and mine on the YouTube channel. So let's just move into this week coming out. We kind of got a short week, but the only like big one we have is Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Nick, are you excited to see this movie? Do you have any thoughts on it?
My only weigh in on that is what I've seen from previews, and I really do like. I forget the actor's name, but he's the guy who's in Workaholics. He's always funny, and both the girls also don't remember their names. Their names escape me. Very funny actresses. But like, it seemed like a pretty funny premise because they kind of seemed like they were going to be consensual and like kind of looking for something more going on the wedding dates, but they were kind of just guys to get to where they were going for the wedding. It looked pretty damn funny, and I was going to go see it.
I'm kind of surprised that one didn't come out on 4th of July, solely for the fact that in the trailer they have that shot of them blowing shit up with a firework, and like that's like the perfect 4th of July weekend movie. Like, come on, why not that? Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm interested to see if that one will be funny because like this summer has been pretty disappointing as far as like comedies.
They really haven't put on much.
I can't think of any comedy I've really enjoyed this summer so far.
I would say
Central Intelligence was okay.
Central Intelligence, I would argue, was bad. Like I did not like Central Intelligence. Like if you I don't understand how they think it's funny to make 90 minutes of saying that Kevin Hart is short and Dwayne The Rock Johnson is big. Like, how many times can we say that before everybody goes, guys, I've heard this a million times before? Or then, like, they're making like Scientology jokes, and it like 4 years ago maybe that was like trendy, but like who cares now? And like, just so that movie is going to age terribly, and like just the action part is sorry, that's a little rant on Central Intelligence. I apologize.
Well, yeah, like with it aging terribly, they try to make like too many like pop culture jokes. Like they had Aaron Paul making Breaking Bad jokes and just other stupid things that if you watch movies 10 years from now, it's not going to make any sense to people unless they go back and watch everyone who's in it their previous work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's. I love the introduction of that cat, Nick. That was,
I mean, you can watch Breaking Bad regardless, you know? That's a great shit.
People should definitely watch Breaking Bad. But like a Scientology joke is not going to age well like 20 years from now.
Dude, Tom Cruise is Jack Reacher on Dwayne Johnson.
They should have The Rock in a Jack Reacher movie. That's what they should do.
They should just have The Rock in every movie.
The second Jack Reacher?
They're making another.
The trailer came out like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't have to go saw it.
He punches some cops through the glass of their car windows. Other stuff happens. I don't really know. I don't really like the Jack Reacher movie, so the first one. So.
I didn't even watch the trailer. I just knew it came out because I had no interest in seeing it.
I haven't seen the trailer as well.
Like they open it up and they try to make it all like badass that somebody makes a phone call and gets somebody arrested. Like I was like, that's such a dumb like. Okay, so the setup's really cool and it's like you see these cops walk up and there's a bunch of guys laying on the ground and then Jack Reacher's like inside like drinking coffee at like a diner and it's like one guy beat up these 10 other people and then the cops walk in and they're like, all right, Mr. Reacher, we're going to take you out of here in handcuffs. And he's like, actually, this phone will ring and you're going to be the one leaving in handcuffs. And then it happens and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, but like also wouldn't have been much better to just have him beat him up? Like it's an action movie.
Yeah.
The first one was just kind of dull to me, so I just have no interest in seeing the second one at all.
Same.
Wolf, what is your opinion on this? On Jack Reacher movies?
Never even heard of Jack Reacher. I don't have any interest. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I looked up on YouTube when I was bored Vince Young's touchdown in the national championship game mode. Figured you'd like that.
Thanks,
Best
Wolf.
moment in football history. But Wolf and Mike and Dave need wedding dates. Your girl Anna Kendrick's in it. What do you think about that?
She is very attractive, and she's a decent actress at best. Zac Efron's in it. Like fingers crossed, his shirt's off. I don't know who the other chick is with Anna Kendrick, but I don't really care. Like way more attractive than her. But it looks funny.
I don't know about that. If you watch Parks and Rec, it's a close one.
I think it looks funny, which is good because like every other movie this summer's been pretty awful mode. Like you're dragging me to terrible movies.
Yeah,
it's been a bad summer altogether. There just hasn't been like one standout star.
Horrendous movie. Horrendous.
They're in a slump right now. The big studios are in a slump.
I mean, no one's trying. It's not Oscar season yet.
That is true. Normally, you at least get like a Fast and Furious out or like a Jurassic World. This year, it's been nothing. Just nothing.
Well, that's all coming down the line because it's in 2 weeks we got Star Trek Beyond, and then the week after that we have Jason Bourne, and then the week after that we have Suicide Squad. So it's all backloaded this year for some.
Suicide Squad has like
the only thing to dominate the summer this year has been Captain America so far. There hasn't been that other big box office movie. Warcraft bombed here.
Warcraft was great.
Okay, Warcraft wasn't terrible. It was okay.
It had like 9 different stories going. I felt like I was in the story mode of a game, and I had to like pick which path I wanted to take. And
you were in the story mode of the game.
Yeah. It was a game cinematic, basically.
I don't know how much
I
that
didn't even-
movie cost. It was too much.
It's just not your type of game, Wolf. It's not FIFA.
Yeah, it's not FIFA. Wolf, you're more of a Wolf is.
Oh, we lost Wolf. We lost Wolf.
No, we don't need him.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Can we replace him with Charlie Brown since he's holding up the Charlie Brown doll. Hey Wolf, we're gonna fire you and replace you with Charlie Brown.
Not the actual Charlie Brown, just the doll you have with you.
Yeah.
Well, I got that doll. When did I get that doll? I got him a long time ago. No, I didn't. I got him like a couple years ago.
That's heartwarming.
Yeah. Is it?
Oh, my heart's warmed.
Hmm? Cool.
Great. How's that water tasting, Wolf?
Okay.
Yeah, Nick, you good?
Anything else you guys want to talk about in movies?
I think I'm all good.
Let me think.
Sausage Party, man. Have you guys seen this trailer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When's it coming out? I thought it was
It's,
coming out like soon. Is it August?
Yeah, it's like a mid-August release date.
Bro, that's gonna be such a funny movie.
Like it's been done for a while because it was playing at some festivals in February. I think it was playing at South by, like right when the trailer released. So it's been done for a while, but the big release date's in August, mid-August.
I can't wait for that one.
Such a funny group.
That trailer is so good too.
I was dying in the trailer. I've seen the trailer probably like in the same duration as the film.
When that potato gets skinned, I laugh every time.
Yeah.
Did you guys read the story about they played that trailer in front of a Finding Dory screening because they didn't know, and they played it on accident,
Oh,
and like everyone freaked, like all the kids freaked out in the theater.
Oh my god. That's awesome. Especially because the beginning of that trailer, it looks like an actual kids movie.
yeah.
Yeah, like the music and everything, and like it looks like it's just like a kids movie about food, and then just the switch happens, and
Yeah.
it's clearly not a kids movie.
That's
Oh,
great.
that's awesome. Yeah, that one will be good. I can't wait for that one.
I think that'll make up the comedic drought of this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that. Hopefully, actually, I totally forgot about Popstar. Never Stop, Never Stopping. That's a funny one if you guys haven't seen that one. I know that one bombed, but
Yeah, that one really bombed. It only made like $3 million in its opening week or something.
yeah.
The Lobster was amazing.
The Lobster was awesome. Yes. I don't even know, like, I don't even know what I would call that. Like, it's really, like, the first half is really funny, and it's like a comedy, and then there's like a switch that goes on halfway through the movie, and it gets really, like, dark, and then it's, like, kind of, like, darkly funny. I don't know how to...
I didn't enjoy the Switch that much. That's why I'm not, like, I like The Lobster, but I'm not as big a fan as like you, Hurley, or you, Wolf, because I just felt the second half dragged.
It
And
got boring. It got really boring there. But like I thought the first half was enough to make it up for me.
Oh, I love every second of that movie. That's my favorite of the year so far. It's just, I love all of, like, I love how it's, like, kind of like making fun of modern day relationships, but it's not even really about that. Like, the setup is different. It's almost like I read something online that said it was like the Hunger Games for, like, grown-ups. And it kind of is. It's super good, though. Love that movie. So good.
okay, so with that, I think it's a good time to transfer into sports. And big sports news this week is Nick's shirt. Kevin Durant signs with the Warriors. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Let's hear from Nick first. OKC guy. We're in the...
Big OKC guy. Personally, I do think that it wasn't a bad move by Kevin Durant. He's only thinking about championship right now. He's been, in the league for 9 years. And I know there's a case to be made that, yes, he was 48 minutes away from going to the finals with his team, the team that OKC, the city itself, has rallied behind so much, and Oklahoma has rallied behind. But when it comes down to the money, when it comes down to all of it, you're not anybody in the NBA until you really win a final. Like if you don't have a ring, if you don't have that trophy, like there are many people who have been snubbed and aren't being talked about because they haven't gotten that championship. And after almost a decade in the NBA, that's all Kevin Durant has to think about right now. And I don't blame him at all. And I think that that's a great opportunity for him.
Yeah, I think the NBA more than any other sport is your success is based off championships. Like you ask any little kid right now who Karl Malone is, and they probably won't be able to tell you. But he's one of the greatest players ever to play, but he just was never able to get that ring. And I don't blame KD at all. You need to go to your best opportunity. He could stay there for 1 year and then opt out and go somewhere else, or he could stay there for the 2 and probably win 2 championships. Like I don't blame him at all.
He put himself in a very good situation with his contract, and I know like online like all the OKC people, they're burning his jersey and everybody's doing what they did to LeBron and everything, and the player's game, you know, and I think it was definitely the right move.
I just don't even think I don't think the Warriors are like in their prime and the window's closing. I feel like I thought he should have. I didn't even really think he should have stayed with OKC. I thought he should have gone to the Celtics because they're already way overachieving, and then they got Al Horford, and then I feel like adding Kevin Durant would have been that piece that put them over the top.
But I think his contract reflected his decision there because Boston's a good team. They're overachieving for what they have now and who they have now. But he's only in it for a short-term thing right now. He's not. If he wanted to be the face and be a big leader for a long-term, maybe 5-year contract, Boston would have been perfect. And I don't think that would have been a bad move either. But I think that he does want to make a return to OKC.
All right, let me go. All right. First off, OKC, that city didn't draft him. Seattle drafted him. Oklahoma City doesn't deserve a basketball team at all. Who cares about Oklahoma City? That's why I don't care that Kevin Durant left. Who cares? OKC, who would want to play in the Oklahoma City market? I wouldn't. Why would Kevin Durant? He's one of the best players in the NBA. I'm cool with him going to Golden State. I get that. Everyone's saying he's chasing the money. He would have made any amount of money anywhere. He made $27 million. Michael Conley Jr. is making $30 million. He's not good at basketball. Besides that, this Warriors team to take on Kevin Durant, they got to cut a lot of people. Bogut's already gone. He's terrible. Harrison Barnes is gone. Also, he was horrible in the finals. He was terrible under pressure. He couldn't guard LeBron. No one can guard LeBron. But better than that. If he wins a title, if he doesn't win a title, complete and utter failure. If he does win a title, it's great, you won a title. With this team, I could win a title with that team. So it's not going to be fair to him how history looks at him. Even if he wins a title, which if they don't, wow, that'd be shocking. History's going to be you won your title on a team that Steph Curry built with, you had Clay.
In 10 years, man. In 10 years, no one will even know, man.
But anyway, what you said about you make your name by winning finals, Charles Barkley, Nick. Charles Barkley. And other than that, Robert Horry won 6. Who cares about Robert Horry? If you ask anyone who Robert Horry is, they have no idea. No idea. All the guy can do is shoot threes. I respect the heck out of that, but no one cares about him. He won them all with Tim Duncan and what was his name? The other guy, the black guy that was racist. Anyway. Yeah, him.
I think Charles Barkley's a little different though because Charles Barkley built a brand around himself. He was in Space Jam, he was in all this other things.
Charles Barkley, if he wasn't currently announcing and involved with TNT and stuff, probably wouldn't be as popular as a person as he is now.
Heard of. He was one of the best defenders.
People know Charles Barkley because yeah, he had a couple great years, broke a couple records here and there. But there's a lot of what? I'm just gonna continue. There's a couple scandals, gambling scandals, sex scandals, and he's currently involved with TNT, and you hear his voice on every national game. Like Charles Barkley's like a funny guy on TV. Like I feel like a lot more like at least younger generation know him through that.
Like, I just don't. Even like with the discussion of his legacy, like I think this will probably taint it like a little bit, but also like I don't even really think that the Golden State is that best option because like when Bogut went down in the finals, that was a big turning point. They don't play as well when they don't have that true center there.
It was totally the best option because he's going to leave after this year regardless and go make a crap ton of money because the cap is going up even higher.
Well, yeah,
That's
he's got the chance with like the super team, but like I just don't like that team is already starting to get picked apart. So like I don't understand like signing him to that contract that they can barely afford, and then getting your already best regular season team in NBA history, having that get pieced just for one guy. Like I know he's an improvement over Harrison Barnes, but they're gonna have to lose some of those role players that come off the bench and play big minutes for them.
They already lost. They're going to lose Festus Ezeli. I bet Sean Livingston will stay. I don't think his knees can move.
Well, they did sign Zaza Pachulia or whatever his name is, and they signed David West. So they're getting those guys.
So bad.
I mean, they're getting those
and you got
He doesn't rim protect. He doesn't rim protect.
Like
you get rid of Bogut and Barnes, but you get the third best player in the NBA. Like I would take that deal any day of the week.
Reggie Miller never won.
Like they're improving one position to make like to improve this one position, they like have to lose some of the depth in the other positions, and that's what's so good about their team is that they have the depth. Like all anybody would talk about all year was like that small lineup that they played. Like the whole reason that they could do that is because they had so many good players that played well together, and now they have to piece it.
You're absolutely right because their bench was like averaging almost as much as their starting five.
Yeah, like Leandro Barbosa and Sean Livingston played a lot of meaningful minutes down the stretch for them, like a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
like,
you're not wrong, but the money that was spent just in the first day of free agency it was over $1 billion. In one day, it was over $1 billion in free agency.
Free agency was nuts, dude. Ryan Anderson got like a 2-year, like $20 million contract. I was like, what?
Matthew Dellavedova is getting $38 million over 4 years. I don't even know if he played in the finals.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just take a charge, man.
Pretty much.
That's why I can't take the NBA as seriously as the other sports because their salary cap system is ridiculous. Guys that are kind of role players are getting paid more than big players in the NHL or the NFL, and it kind of tarnishes the sport. It just makes the money going around meaningless.
Hey, maybe they should sign a new TV deal then in the NFL because the NBA is making money.
Like Brian Scalabrine could have gotten like a max deal this year in the NBA. Like that is how ridiculous the money that they are spending is. Like I thought, oh god, I saw some statistic where it was like, oh no, maybe that was an NFL statistic, but it was like maybe it was Kevin Durant is getting paid more than like the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL combined or something like that.
I saw that too.
Yeah, like and that is just truly indicative of how this offseason has been for the NBA.
I just don't know like you guys have this much larger salary cap. Yeah, you have the opportunity to pay this much, but like they're paying some of these like not like great guys, but like serviceable like NBA players like way too much. Like I don't know like why they're paying.
Well, because the thing is in the NBA, if you don't use all your money in your salary cap, you then have to dish it out over your players that are currently on your roster. So why not go out and spend the money to get better players? That's what they're all thinking.
I mean, they have $94.9 million to spend. So, like before, these guys are making like this much money, and because that's like what their percentage was to the cap, and then the cap goes up, their percentage goes up, their money goes up. Like that's why Evan Turner's making money. I don't know how that man has a job in the NBA.
Going
what?
to OKC.
That was cool.
What do you guys think's going to be the move with Westbrook now?
Oh, I think Russ is gone. I think
Yeah,
Russ
you
is gone at the
you
end
would
of the
trade him. You trade him right now. Well, you could before he gets like injured or something this year.
I
Get
don't
the
think
best
Russell
value you have.
I don't think he's gonna be happy about any trade.
But what do you?
He doesn't want to stay there long term though. So
No,
like,
he's gone. He just
Yeah.
wants money. He wants to test free agency, make $35 million and be done.
Yeah, he's definitely done when his contract's done. I don't think he's going to stay in OKC, but it's going to be like what do you do? What do you do now? Because he has a year before he's a free agent. Like as an organization, like he's your best player. He puts up triple doubles like it's nobody's business. Do you try to kind of like scavenge out a season, or do you just take the L and try to rebuild?
He'll play hard because he's trying to make money for himself.
Of course.
I don't think they got to worry about that, but I agree about the trading him. Like if they could trade him to a team that could like first off afford him because he's not cheap, and then would give away a lot of draft picks, maybe give away a few serviceable guys off the bench. Like they could get something for him, and it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
yeah, like I feel like so I don't really think that Russ can carry this team, and he's not going to stay anyway. So I feel like they should just kind of start to piece it. Like
Yeah.
Steven Adams and whoever the guy that looks like Freddie Mercury is, like they're not. What's his name? And is that Enes Kanter?
They're trying to trade him.
They're what?
Stash,
They're
man.
trying to trade him.
I didn't hear what you said.
The stash, man.
Dude, the stash is nuts. But like,
And Westbrook, Durant was hurt all 2 years ago, and Westbrook tried to carry the team, and they didn't even make the playoffs. So he can't carry that team by himself.
Especially with Ibaka gone too.
And when Westbrook is out, KD has a hard time carrying a team on his own too.
Yeah.
So maybe this is like he's such a talented player, but maybe this is him becoming more of like a Kevin Love than say a LeBron James. You know, maybe he starts taking second fiddle, even though he's so talented. Like when teams are keying in on him, he struggles sometimes. So I don't know. It's interesting though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
Nick, I want to throw it over to you real quick because in this past couple weeks we've had some huge hockey deals, and my boy PK is now going to be playing our Hawks a lot this year. What are your thoughts on that?
I honestly, Mojo, everybody, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what's going on in the water in Canada. Like, those guys are honestly just making crazy, rash decisions. It's not only the Canadians. The Oilers made that trade. It was Hall for, I think it was some rookie defenseman from the Devils. And Hall put up like 80 points or something this year. Just one-on-one trade doesn't make sense. But going back to Shea Weber for PK Subban straight up. Shea Weber is an older player with, I think it was a longer contract. And like Shea Weber, like, you know him because he's the hardest shot in the NHL. But PK Subban puts in minutes, he puts up points, and he's a leader. I know there were some issues in the locker room, but as far as I know, it was only regarding him wanting more out of his teammates. And frankly, I think it's the best thing that could have happened for Nashville, the best thing that could have happened for PK. PK was losing his time with the Canadians. With Carey Price, like, best goalie in the league by far, but man can't stay healthy. Now, like, the Predators, like, in my opinion, by far have the best defense in the NHL in Roman Josi and PK Subban as their first line. That's insane. Their next two lines are also people who could be starting on the lesser 15 teams in the NHL. And then in the goalie that you have in big old Pecorine, like, that guy's a top 4 goalie in the NHL. And, like, to be honest, with how the Preds played in the playoffs this year, with them getting to the The semi, not the semi, the quarter with the San Jose in 7, they look pretty good. And PK Subban's only going to help, and their offense is great. The Hawks are going to have trouble. The Central Division is going to have trouble. And all I can say is look out Central Division, and goodbye Canadians.
I feel like, because I was shocked, because those are two, kind of like you said, that's two big names right there to be getting moved. And, I am not used to seeing trades like that where you just, straight up just one big guy for the next. I feel like that's just like a hockey, or, something you would do in, a video game or something like that, you know? But,
yeah.
Play with
the other guy for a little bit.
Right. Like you were saying, though, PK, I guess they just didn't like how, he wants to be, a big star. And, I guess they just didn't like the, kind of, not necessarily arrogance, but, ultra confidence that he has, I guess, with the Canadians. And then Shea is kind of nose to the grindstone, you don't really hear that many sound bites from him. So I guess the Canadians got what they wanted in a locker room guy, and then obviously the Preds, PK's a great player.
Yeah.
So that's just a great trade both ways.
Yeah, it helped out both teams for what they wanted. Yeah.
But it's so surprising.
Also today we had all-star lineups come out for MLB, and the whole NL infield is the Chicago Cubs.
Woo!
You see Hurley cheering.
Go Cubs, go.
Yeah, I mean okay, people are saying this is the year. Okay, I would say that too. I'm really excited about this Cubs team. We got a lot of young talent. Is it a little ridiculous that their entire infield is starting the All-Star game? Yeah, a little bit. But I'm also proud. And then just looking here, Rizzo and Bryant obviously are getting in. I was surprised that Zobrist and Russell, that they allowed them, or that they got voted in, because I don't feel like those guys are big name players. I don't know what you guys think.
So, I agree. I think it's so crazy that the whole infield of one team is representing a whole entire half of the league. But I think it's something that everyone knew was going to happen. The whole all-star voting system is imperfect, but it's cool in its own way because it's a direct fan involvement.
Right.
And in NHL, we've seen it before. In other leagues, we've seen where there's just a cult voting behind a certain player or a certain team.
Right.
John Scott in the NHL, Cubs infield this season. Cubs just have the biggest fan base in the world for the MLB, and it kind of reflects here. And I don't think you could blame it. Might not be fair, but when it comes down to it, no one's really getting hurt. But I agree. Yeah. It's not right.
It might not be right, but it's exciting, at least as a Cubs fan. Some of the guys deserve it. Dexter Fowler's had a great year. Brian.
He's hurt.
He's going to be fine.
He's going to play in a few weeks. Give it to someone who plays.
He's on a 15-day. He's on a 15-day injury list.
Said today that he would be ready for the All-Star game.
Yeah. I don't know why you want to play though. If you're hurt, just sit.
Because the All-Star game actually means something in MLB.
Yeah, MLB is the only All-Star game I actually watch because it actually.
I don't know why.
I think it's that they do that. The Pro Bowl, I hate the Pro Bowl so much. I go out of my way not to watch it because it means nothing.
Well, no one wants to play in it. Teddy Bridgewater was the 12th replacement, and he played. He wasn't even good last year.
I remember, was it 2 years ago when Drew Brees, instead of kicking the field goal because the kickers didn't want to kick, they had Drew Brees come out and try and drop kick the ball for a point after.
That's good. That's good entertainment.
NFL really needs to just cancel
the skills competition.
Yeah, just cancel it. Bring back the skills competition. That's all fans really want to see, and because the actual game's just a joke. They don't even do anything. You can't even like blitz or like rush the line at all,
Yeah.
and it's not even an actual football game.
You can't like rush more than 4 people. You can't like there's some. It's just ridiculous. That I like what you said with the skills competition though. They should just make it like an all-star weekend. Like just have a bunch of different competitions. I don't know what they would be like that, but that would be awesome.
They used to do it all the time. They used to have like quarterbacks would have like arm
They could
throw.
bring women in. They could beat up women. That's a good one. They could beat their kids. That'd be another good one. They could do drugs. And they could practice getting shanked in prison.
Oh wow.
I think those 4 would be good.
I think you put that in a letter to Goodell, and I think he'll probably look that over for a good while. I mean, we already know Greg Hardy and Adrian Peterson are winning 2 of those.
I'll probably get a 4-game suspension just for writing the letter, but that's fine.
Yeah.
No, it'll be reduced down to a game.
It'll go straight to the Supreme Court.
How ridiculous!
Talking about for 2 more years.
Deflating footballs went to
Who cares?
actual.
At this point, who cares? Let the man play football. Who cares?
I'm so tired of hearing anything about it.
I know. I don't even.
Just kick Tom Brady. Kick Tom Brady out of the league, just to make it simple. Just get
How
him out
about
of
Tom
there.
Brady sits for 4 games, gets paid double in those 4 games, and then you're just done? Like, who cares? I mean, I want to see Garoppolo play, so I'm kind of excited.
Like, what was the point of going back to this year after he already beat it last year?
Yeah.
Well, because they won.
Dude.
They won. That's the point of going back. You win.
Yeah,
last year they looked like idiots. Goodell looked like an idiot after he lost, and this year now he's winning. That's why you go back.
Goodell still looks like an idiot though. Like none of us care about Deflategate. And then he's not doing anything to solve like the CTE issues or.
There's no way to solve it.
Well, there's no way to solve it, but they're not even like it. They didn't even address that CTE was a real thing until this summer.
It still kills me that like the NFL players are surprised about this. It's like you
the thing
head all the time.
Exactly. You go into the game hitting each other in the head, like you know that's a thing.
Yeah.
You don't join the NFL and then it becomes a problem.
No, but
CTE
it's really separate. Like
football, that's a risk. Since like when you're in Little League until you're in the NFL, it's a problem. It doesn't change.
Right.
You're grown men. You're grown, educated men. Like it happens, and that's not the NFL's fault. There's better ways. There's better things that they could do to like maybe reduce it. But I don't believe that NFL should be liable whatsoever. Like
I don't think they should be liable. I think it's ridiculous that they don't even admit it. Like it's a thing.
They like make it seem like it's something that they're hiding, but like it's not something that they can control, and that's how they need to identify it as.
Like the NFL players should get guaranteed contracts for that reason alone. Like each play, they're like, lessening like their lives, and yet the money's not even guaranteed.
And that's also a problem that comes back to the Pro Bowl because that's another game where you're open for injury, as well as the preseason games, which it needs to be 1 and done or like 2 and done, and just a longer regular season. We need more meaningful games.
This year the Packers, they're in the Pro Bowl game, the Pro Bowl preseason, the Hall of Fame preseason, and Aaron Rodgers is pissed because Jordy Nelson got hurt last year in a preseason game, and now they have a 5th one. Preseason, starters play 3 quarters in the 3rd game. Just have one preseason game where they play the whole game or to the 4th quarter, and then you're fine. Just extend training camps 2 weeks longer, and just have one preseason game.
And they're ready, man. Like they've been playing football their whole lives. They've been on these teams for a while. Like sure they take a couple months off, but they're going to these team mandatory training camps, off-season optional camps. They're doing work. It's not like they're just sitting there with their thumbs up their butt. They're doing work. They're playing football.
No, dude, they're busy beating up women, Nick. They have things to do. They can't go to these things.
There's a handful. There's a handful that need to do some time before camp. You're not wrong, but realistically, like, why are we wasting our time? And also, as a fan, screw the preseason games. Like, I don't want to watch those. They're trash.
Yeah.
As a fantasy football player, screw them too because they screw me over every single year.
Someone
Maybe
always
you just
gets
suck at
injured.
drafting.
Mojo, you lost in the championship this year, fair and square. Okay. Here's my time.
Yeah.
Wolf traded me a championship because he thought he was out in week 8.
I gave up. I was just like, this is no longer. I'm just gonna trade away my whole team to make this interesting again.
You were 4-4 and traded me 2 starters on my team, and then you somehow still made the playoffs with scraps.
Hey, Mojo got 3 starters too.
What's that, Nick?
Mojo got some starters too in a trade.
Well, I may be good at persuading Hendo to do what I want him to.
I got Duke Johnson from Hurley and immediately dropped him for like 2 of my best players.
Duke Johnson Jr., Wolf. Don't forget the junior.
Duke Johnson Jr. started games for me before you traded to me, Wolf.
He would catch like one pass for like 30 yards and a touchdown a week. He's good for one touchdown.
Points because he'd get like 2 receptions for 60 yards.
They were so inept at using him. Like he was the best running back on that team.
Yeah. Like who else did they have? Isaiah Crowell?
Crowell. Gotta pronounce every letter. Crowell. He's a great player.
Like, come on. Nobody in the NFL wants to give these guys from Miami a shot. Like, first it was Lamar Miller, now it's Duke Johnson Jr. So I'm so glad.
Pleaded not guilty to probably something to do with women. I don't know. I forget what it was. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, Lamar Miller, he's going to be on that disappointing Houston Texans team this year, which I don't think Brock Osweiler is going to even lead them close to the playoffs.
All Brock Osweiler has to do is hand it to Lamar, receive the snap, throw it to Lamar. Just Lamar. Huh?
You know what, Drew?
What?
I was texting Hurley a little bit ago. I was giving him my way too early Super Bowl prediction. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers getting the W over the Houston Texans in Texas, Nudge. That's my way too early prediction.
That's not happening at all.
So wrong.
Don't even write it off now because we're weeks away from even a preseason game. But I'm telling you, man,
the Packers might not even make the playoffs.
That's what I'm going with.
The Packers are going to have 2 of their defensemen get suspended for taking steroids. 2 of their best linebackers.
Al Jazeera, Allahu Akbar, yeah, totally believable.
That's a reputable news source, Wolf. They've like broke stories before. And now the NFL's looking into it. They're probably going to get suspended.
Wait, Wolf, are you a Packers fan or are you a Browns fan? Why would you know that?
Why would I know about a story that everyone knows about if you follow the NFL? Dang, Nick, let me think.
Wait, or is it just because it happens to be the Packers and the Browns?
Wait,
no, Clay Matthews is involved in it, I think, and so is what's the big guy? James Harrison. He's involved on the Steelers. I forget who. I didn't read the article. I know Peyton Manning's involved.
For the record, though, are you a Packers or a Browns fan?
Yeah,
Browns.
Browns?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you going to be drafting RG3 in a top 3 round?
No, my plan is to take Corey Coleman at some point.
Wolf says that he's a Browns fan while he has a cheese head in the background of his shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Right behind your shoulder.
No, dude, let me show you. Wait, can I flip the camera on this thing? No, this isn't a phone. And there's like that over there.
Yep. Okay. I want somebody to write down that you said you were a Browns fan today, and then by like mid-season of the football NFL, I want to ask you.
With all that Blackhawks gear, I'm a huge Blackhawks fan.
You love the Blackhawks.
I hate their fans. I love like the diehards who like watch their games and like give a shit. I hate the ones that are like, oh, playoffs, let me throw on my $20 jersey from China.
That's my same thing with the Cubs. Like I appreciate like the diehard fans, but the reason why I hate the Cubs so much is because they have all just the people who don't care about baseball until it comes to September, and then they watch the playoffs and say they're like diehard Cubs fans. And
They just people happens much.
And those people are always like the ones that like scream the loudest while watching, and they know nothing about baseball, and
Yes.
it's just so annoying to watch.
Yes, it's infuriating seeing those fans.
You just gotta let them have fun, man. Because they're paying. They're paying just as much.
No, it's the people that just like you go to like a watch party, and it's the people that know nothing about baseball.
You're right.
Like it helps though too, because like I wasn't a huge fan until, let's see, the Hawks won in 2010, right? I wasn't like a big fan until 2009 when they started getting good. It's like
Wasn't it when they got their TV deal that people started to like know they existed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's helpful. Can't really blame them.
But the thing was, we were all young too when they first won. Like we were all 13 when they first won, so that's when like you get introduced. We're still being introduced to sports at that time.
Yeah. Some of these.
Like when we were little kids, Wolf was saying it. The Hawks weren't even on TV, so there's no way we could have watched them.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it does help that they're good, because then you show up to places and people are watching the games and you're like, oh, what is this? So like, you can really tell like 5 years down the line when they are not good anymore, or they're not winning championships consistently. You can tell who the real fans are, because they'll still watch the games and know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
What up, Post? But I was thinking earlier about the Packers. I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. Like, there's a part of me that thinks this could finally be one of the first years that the Bears start to like put their like stuff together at some point. I mean, they have one of the best wide receivers in the game. Cutler, like, if he would just try at one point in his life at something, I think he'd be good to go. I like Langford a lot. Was that his name, Langford? Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Langford.
Their defense, obviously, like, their secondary is a work in progress, but, like, I don't know. I like John Fox. He's a very good coach.
Yeah.
Cutler was good last year. He had, like, that offensive line wasn't that good, and he still had decent numbers. And the 2010 season, when they went to the NFC Championship game, he had a really good season, but behind a wide receiver core that was led by Devin Hester and Johnny Knox.
He spent the end of that season just biking his way, his career on the sidelines.
He had something torn in his knee.
I swear, the only thing that I am more tired of than Deflategate is people saying that Jay Cutler is not tough. Okay, he gets sacked so much.
Go back.
Line, never have a receiving core, and all people do is blame Jay Cutler. Okay,
Go back to the game against
Minnesota. Torn Achilles, man.
Go back to the game against Minnesota last year. Jay Cutler goes up against Anthony Barr and beats him to score a touchdown, just lowers his shoulder and runs him over.
Shoulder, baby.
Like,
beautiful. Dude, that's when you know. That's when you know he wants it. And, man, what's the point when your defense is giving up 45 points a game? What are you supposed to do? This year?
I don't love Jay Cutler because he was so funny on the league. Like, anything else he ever done, nothing compared to that moment when he was on the league.
Jay Cutler was one of the best connected franchise quarterbacks I've ever had.
Because he can just whip it deep. He's got that.
And his speed, like he has like unknown speed too, so he can like run for like a 10-yard first down when there's open room.
Yes.
He'll run for the 10-yard first down. He'll slide. He'll get up and pull his helmet a little further down in his face.
Hey, who's quarterback for the Browns this year, Wolf?
Robert Griffin III, maybe.
Bring back
Colt for you these past few years.
Bring back Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy, dude, he's great.
I love Colt McCoy.
He's doing well on the Skins, I believe he still is.
Yeah, he's backup.
He's doing about as well as a backup can.
Hey, I still say if he didn't get hurt in that national championship game, Texas beats Alabama.
Maybe. Who knows? Who really knows?
Or that game would still be going on until today because college football takes forever.
Hey, college football doesn't waste a lot of time, and that's fine. They're kids. They have to learn.
What are you talking about?
I like how you couldn't even say that with a straight face.
They just want to keep them like on the field for a really long time so they don't go make any stupid mistakes. You know, like the longer they can keep them like on the field, the less chance they'll have a bailer happen.
The clock stops differently. They have to learn. They're in college. They're not just there to play sports. They're there to be academic people as well.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
I bet every football player combined went to less classes than all of us combined did over 1 year.
Probably.
I can't remember what school. I think it was like North Carolina, but they like if a player was like going under a 2.0, they would have them take like this special class where literally all they do is just like write a paper and they get an A, so their GPA goes up so they can play football.
They probably didn't write that paper. They probably had a tutor write that paper for them.
They definitely did. Okay.
That was Rashad McCants who came out and said that.
Bro, anything that they can take, they'll take it, man.
NCAA, they just want to win, man. They don't care about the student. They don't care about the part about the student. They just care about the athlete part.
At the same time, I almost can't blame them because a lot of those guys know that they're going to go pro.
Yeah.
Like, that's their career. Like, at that point, whatever.
Like, I had a friend who was saying that they should just offer, like, a major for, like, being an athlete where it's just a 2-year program and you just learn, like, simple, like, finance skills, like, business skills, just so even though you're leaving early, you can at least have like some like basic set of skills. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I do too. Because that's realistically what they do. That's their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, because like since I go to DePaul, like the one that people always talk about is Wilson Chandler, who's a basketball player. But like.
That's your roommate, right?
No. My roommate was Brony. So, pretty much like the opposite of a basketball player.
Hey, Wilson Chandler, one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league.
Yeah, DePaul grad. Okay, NBA legend George Mikan went to my school. Okay. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Mic drop. Post is in the background right now, like very foreboding, just drinking his drink.
Extra large black coffee.
Has today been a rough day, Post?
Yeah.
It looks like it's just been. Yeah.
Well,
how was work, Post?
huh?
How was work?
I mean, it was like 11 and a half hours. So.
Cool.
And then I just had to make this hour-and-a-half trip up here because I forgot my wallet up here. So. Amazing.
It's my ideal 5th of July.
Yeah.
Pearls.
I literally don't remember about 5 minutes driving up here. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep on the wheel on the highway.
Post, you're the safest driver I've ever met.
I know. That's the one I'm not dead.
Pearls, man.
What up, Max?
Please continue, Nick.
So when you come back from Baltimore, man, are you staying here until school?
I will be staying until mid-August when everybody else goes back, and then I will be in Baltimore till school begins.
How are you getting back, man?
I'm going to drive the Acura to Illinois alone, so I'm going to road trip part 2. Back to Illinois, and I'm going to stay with my dad for a little bit. And then I'm going to road trip back, and then I'm going to fly back for school. If that makes sense.
How you getting all your stuff back here for school?
I'm going to, like, a bunch of the big stuff, like all my Blu-rays and like, game systems and stuff like that, I'm just going to take that with me when I drive and leave it at my dad's. And then, like, basically clothes and stuff. Things that can fit in, like, a suitcase, I'm going to take with me on the plane.
So what the fuck is a podcast?
Something you can't swear on, Post.
Huh?
Well, you can.
That was the first F-bomb dropped this whole time.
Yeah, we've never dropped an F-bomb.
That was beautiful.
We've been going for 45 minutes, Post, and there you go. Nice job.
We ripped the Band-Aid off, guys. Good job.
Alright, I guess we can all start fucking doing it.
I signed a waiver. I'm not allowed to.
Signed a waiver. Who sent you that? Mojo? Was that Mojo's legal team?
It was HWI's legal team.
Is that a part of our privacy policy?
It is.
Who knows? I didn't read
He's
it.
some weird guy. He doesn't even speak like English. It's like Latin or Italian or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just have to put it in Google Translate, and then you'll see what you guys all agreed to.
I'm just glad I did my piece.
It does to Post making his footprint.
There you
I'm
go.
just drinking wine every time we have a broadcast.
You should.
That's a nice Chardonnay.
Okay, we've been going for like an hour now. I think it might be time to call it.
Yeah, this is pretty good, guys. I'm proud of this.
Yeah, it's a pretty good first one.
Yeah?
Well, I'll talk to you all soon. Very good. I hope anybody listening enjoys our personalities, who we are as people, our opinions.
Yeah. And if you don't,
If not-
you can piss off, you know?
Yeah, you can piss off if you don't.
Fuck off.
If you don't like it, go home.
Yeah, man.
Well,
But
yeah.
it's good talking to all you guys. It's good seeing your pretty 480p faces. Maybe
You
we'll
might-
get a little better
Maybe
streaming.
you should improve your Wi-Fi connection, Nick, and then you'll see our 1080p faces.
Well, I'm definitely changing my provider within the next week. So we'll see how that goes.
Would you like to disclose who your provider is right now?
Should we
I
make enemies on our first podcast already?
No, I don't want to disclose who my provider is currently, but I must say, HughesNet, you will be gaining another customer, and to our current provider, the Buseski family is not appreciative towards your service, and you'll be losing your funds.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.
See you, boys.
Have a good one.